Making a bath panel. If you already have an acrylic panel fitted, take it off. You would probably find that it is screwed to a batten at the bottom. Undo any stabilizing brackets. These are usually bolted to the bath frame. Now measure the height and the width of the panel. Most DIY outlets or merchants will cut the timber to size. It is also important that you use a good quality marine ply of around 15 mm thickness. Try the timber to make sure that the size is correct. Here we need to cut the panel around these two pipes. Mark the center of each pipe onto the panel. Measure and mark the depth of the pipes. With a high-speed bit, cut 2 holes into the panel. These will eventually fit around the pipes. Square off the outsides with a set square. Now remove this section with a saw. Don't forget to smooth off any rough edges with a medium grit emery cloth. Check the underside of the bath to see if there are any obstructions. The panel will have to be cut around these. Now, to make these simple, we have marked these onto the bath with a pencil. Then transfer the positions onto the panel. Cut out any sections with a tenon saw. Now fit the panel into position. It will probably be a tight fit, in which case knock it into position. Mark across the bottom of the panel where the pilot holes need to be drilled in order to screw the panel into the batten. We're going to fit some decorative beading to this panel. Mark the top and bottom positions where the beading will be fixed. As most baths run down to the plug hole and therefore are unlevel, square up the lines to mark the panel. Mark the vertical positions for the beading, once again using a spirit level. Find the center of the panel and square this up vertically with the spirit level. Okay, now we have marked our panel ready to be fixed to the beading. Choose a suitable bead profile. There are lots to choose from. Cut a 45-degree angle using a miter box. Place this on the panel and mark off the position of your other 45-degree angles. Cut this off to size. Now knock panel pins into the beading. They will be a lot easier to fit if you have already started them in the beading. Position the beading onto the bath panel. taking care to line it up correctly. Now just knock the pins into the panel. But don't knock them all the way in, just in case they have to be removed for minor adjustments later. And fit the bottom pieces of the bead in exactly the same way. Okay, now cut another 45-degree angle and place this into the panel between the other two lengths of bead. Mark and cut. Now it is a good idea to use a tenon saw when cutting small decorative timber like this. Now line up carefully and fix exactly the same way as before. Repeat the same process on the left-hand side of the panel. When you are satisfied that the beading is positioned correctly, the nails can be hammered in completely. To stop the timber from splitting, it is advisable to flatten the point off with your hammer. We're going to fit a piece of beading strip to the corner of the bath panel. This will tidy up the rough edge of the plywood on the corner. Sand down with a 600 grit water paper and decorate to suit your decor. This job can be completed for a fraction of the cost of buying a ready-made bath panel.